You can actually, if you could turn my voice up a little bit.
In my ears.
Someday I'll be that good. Is it gonna be really loud?
Hey guys, welcome back. Alright, so just opening the game here. Welcome to episode 5 of season 3. We've just accepted an offer from the Arbiter, or a mission from the Arbiter, and we have to go to Cadar. Up in the upper right hand corner of this map, and let's check the mission out here. We've agreed to complete a political favor for Cadar Prince, Aiden Kavanaugh, to get his support for the Unionist crew. So we've already set our waypoint here and we're going up this path. This episode might run a little long. I'm familiar with this, and what we've done in season 1, 2, and 3 so far is I've tried to keep away from storyline arcs, but I did want to share you one of my favorite strategies to get ahead and get a foot up in the game, regardless of what difficulty you're playing in, regardless of what map you use, or faction you choose, or job for your captain. Following the Arbiter and helping her establish the Unionist cause to get a united coalition is really, I think it's a fascinating storyline to follow, and it's a great way to get involved in the game and get get on the good side of several factions. So that's what we're doing here. Okay, so let's get moving. We are fueled up. Obviously, it looks like we need to upgrade some people. Wow, a lot of people. We will do that from the start, but we're gonna take this particular mission from start to finish. So bear with me on this. And after this mission is done, that's when this season is going to start breaking down into more specialized episodes. So we're going to have a deep dive into crew combat, deep dives into other things. I've also gotten feedback from people on Discord that while I've tried to avoid giving away stories just through my normal gameplay, and on season 1 and 2 I avoided everything entirely. While season 3, I clicked through the stories really fast, so it didn't give it away, and you couldn't see the options available to me. A lot of people have said on Discord, hey, actually we think it would be cool if when you stumble across the storyline, do an episode of how you fulfill the storyline. Take on that mission and show us one way to complete it. So as I come across them, I may do an episode on that, but it'll clearly be in the description. So if you don't want the surprise and enjoyment being given away, then for sure you just don't watch that episode. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. All right, let's get these guys upgraded. So we have our captain here. One job rank, we want to get to Explorer level 5. Level 5 is important because it will give us some new talents. So we have Explorer and Merchant at 5. Quartermaster and Zealot are both at 5. We can start moving to 8, which will give us some additional higher level talents, or we could take them in a different direction. Perhaps adding Swordsman, because the Zealot has blade skill. And so if we want to make them a fighter, that's not a bad way to go about it. I think we have a commander, yep. Let's see, one member is already trained as a commander. I think we have military officer ready. Yep. Don't have a pirate. There's some cool pirate skills, so and there's intimidate in pirate. We don't have that. Oh, we do have that with our quartermaster and zealot. So let's make him a pirate quartermaster zealot. Interesting mix. We have our doctor. We definitely want to get to a level 8, and then we will start moving commander up. Engineer level 8. Oh, one more point to spend. Add another mechanic. And now just talent. So we have burst fire, which is the default. We have roaring barrels, which gives us protection in position 1 or position 2 to be able to fire a weapon. On Discord the other day, there was a player that said, "Why can't I fire my gun? I'm in the #1 position." And it's like, dude, you don't have any talents to fire your weapon from position 1. So getting roaring barrels is really important. So we can take it a couple other directions. Let's see what we have. Full auto is amazing, but uses a lot of initiative. Backline leaner is always a good choice. That buffs the entire team for 3 turns. So let's go ahead and take that one. And we have a navigator. So let's see what we don't have. Distant commission. So if we're doing a lot of jumps on a mission, it will give us a bonus. So we can get up to a 30% bonus in pay. That's good. Or we have an opportunity to learn of a new contact when spicing up. Both those are good. Perfected approach. I don't think in ship battle we're going to be doing a lot of boarding, but we might. But this is a talent for rapidly closing in on your enemy. Storm Navigator is important. We have 3 talents of that type. Pretty much want to have 4 though, because if you go into a sector that has a radiation storm going on, you're going to get hit with that over and over, even if you're just passing through. So let's go ahead and take that one. Alright. Gunnery, scatter shot. We don't have this yet. And these are, the scatter shot is one of those basic ship-to-ship combat talents that you want to have. Alright, electronics. There's going to be some spying related stuff that'll be of interest. Vigilant scanners is great for ship combat though. Increases accuracy, increases defense for 2 turns. And no one knows that yet, so let's start building our library, as it were, of ship combat talents. But you'll notice when you get to the E-Techs that there are a lot of spying talents available as well, and with that you want to build those up if you're spying. Okay, another navigator. Let's take this distant commission so that we get bonuses for every jump in that mission. And keep in mind, after you after that talent fires, it does go on a cooldown period, so it's not a bad idea to have multiple ones of those talents when you're taking multiple missions from a contact at the same time. Okay. Alright, so we have Balance Blade, Strength of Steel. This is a buff. And let's start collecting some talents that let us move around. Sometimes when you are in crew combat, the enemy, we use a talent that pushes you back. So being able to move back and forth, either by you being able to attack them and move up yourself, or by the person, you know, let's say a pistolier got moved in front of you, them having the ability to shoot and move backwards, essentially switching places with you. You need to have that flexibility. So let's go ahead and get the move forward talent while attacking them. Here's another base combat skill for a ship battle. We have 2 members that know the talent. Alright, well, let's look at some others. Scatter shot, we only have 1. Let's get 2. Vigilant scanners, we only have 1. Let's get 2. Alright, let's look at some other talents. And since we have 2 of the vigilant scanners, listing post is great. You can learn about a new contact just by landing. And so it takes a 10% chance plus your electronic skill to be able to learn a new contact. And it has a 13-week cooldown. So just as you're flying around and refueling, you can learn about a new contact from the planet you're landing on. They may not necessarily be on that planet, but they will be from that faction. And if you get enough of these or these types of talents, you're just going to get contact after contact after contact, and that's a good thing. Okay. This is a crew dog. This takes away reactor points, but increases your shield and increases radiation damage on yourself. Meh. Let's see, removes crippling effects. We have 2 failed ship ops tests. We have 2. When blockading, reroll a card. We don't have any of that. I'm not necessarily a blockade guy. If I was playing military officer, I probably would. Uncover a new rumor. Never hurts to have more of them. Let's get one. Alright. With our Navigator here, we can get, we can remove a risk card when spying. That's good. Battle damage repair after a ship battle, sure. And another soldier here. Let's get the full auto. It's very nasty. Plus 15% range damage, plus 10% armor piercing, plus 25% critical. It debuffs yourself with some things, and it uses a lot of initiative. And the initiative concept is new to Star Traders Frontiers, so when we get to crew combat, you'll see what that's all about. Alright. Battle damage repair doesn't hurt. Oh, we have 2 of them that know it. Relaxing leave. Yeah, let's go ahead and add to that. We have sharp steering. We have guided fire. We have evasive maneuver, so we have enough. Alright. Remove a risk card when spying. Remove a risk card when spying. Awesome. And this is a mechanic. So we have quite a few choices here. Repairing ship weapons on the fly during a turn. If you get into a ship battle and for some reason they take out your weapons or a weapon that you really like, you can use this skill and it's going to repair it up to 10%. Maybe that'll be enough to get that weapon functioning again so you can use it next turn. That's kind of the thinking behind it. Let's grab it. Alright, this is the Bounty Hunter. If we have a mission which we need to track, kill, capture someone, we can use this and we can do a boarding attempt at any range, even range 5. Really cool talent, so let's get the blood game one. Conversely, if an enemy uses that on you, that means you have really upset one of the factions and a contact has taken out a contract on you. So, good to know. Alright, we have, this is our captain. Alright, so we're back to ground zero. But we have some level 5 explorer talents now. That when we get more talents to spend, we'll probably be buying some of these. Okay, everyone's upgraded. Alright, let's get moving on our mission. Which is go meet this Cadar Prince. Now we did upgrade our fuel tanks by getting a bigger cargo bay. We're only 6 units from the waypoint, 6 AUs. We have 32 fuel range, so we're okay. But this faction, the oh, that's weird. That's not Devaltos. Let me capture this screen. This should actually be Clan Alta Mesa, but for some reason it's showing Devaltos on a mouse over. So I will submit that bug. Let me show you how we submit bugs. Go into the forum, we're going to go to bug reports, create a thread. You can do this as a guest, you don't have to create an account. Mouse over, showing incorrect faction. In sector. Going to use Discord to drop in the picture. So you can drop a picture in here. And then just right click it. Copy link and paste the link here. Create the thread. Alright, so it's a bug post. we got a picture describing the problem, bunch of words describing the problem, and that's it. Excellent. Helps the devs, and the next patch on the game will correct it. Alright, cool. So, well, anyway, let's just get out of this area. And let's grab some fuel before we jump again. Going pretty far down. Alright, we got a ship encounter. Let's retreat. Let's stop in here and get some fuel. And a couple people need upgraded, so let's get them quickly. Signature jammer, we have enough. Vigilant scanners, we have enough. Let's grab another listing post here. Learning new contacts. And as you get more contacts, your contact screen will get more and more crowded, so be sure to use your filters on that. When patrolling, remove a risk card. We have 2 of them. Meteor defense, we have 2 of them. Boarding assault for boarding, we have 1. Let's get 2. Okay. That's everyone there. So in your contacts, as this gets deeper and deeper, you want to filter it, so you can filter on local. And you can filter on local and Cadar as an example. And then unclick it. And one thing that I do is that if I'm actively working some missions for a contact, I will then star them, say a blue star. And that way I can filter on it and be able to see the contacts that I'm actively engaged with. You may choose to use green star as people that you can get faction ranks from, that from factions that you want to get ranks from, and that way it helps plan out how you're playing the game. Alright, let's keep going. Indeed, we'll just get out of here. Okay, so we are at our destination here. We went up here all the way across to the backwoods of this map. And let's go meet the Cadar Prince. Now on this particular story mission, well, let's get all fueled up and everything here while we're here. Again, we're helping the Arbiter. We will need to do a favor for this Cadar Prince, and I'll just shortcut it for you. He will want us to take his son with us for 2 years. And allegedly dead or alive. He knows there's risk that he could die, but he wants his son, or technically stepson, I believe, to get experience in space because he's going to be a star trader himself, a captain himself. So he needs to get the experience. So he'll be on the crew and hanging out with us for a couple of years. Since I know that, I need to get rid of one of my crew. So let me just look for someone who is non-essential. We have our bounty hunter here. Yeah, let's keep them. Crew dog. You can go to your ship stats and see what we're really high on. So on ship ops, we definitely have, more than enough. Gunnery, we definitely have more than enough. And when we fire someone, we're going to be losing their talents as well. We're not going to need a lot of gunnery moving forward because I'm actually going to convert this ship into a torpedo vessel when we do crew combat, primarily just long-range torpedoes, so we can stand to lose a gunner. And I don't think you can. Well, you can't filter by the job. You can sort by the job, so we can go down and look for a gunner. There's our gunners here. And let's look for someone. So from this person to this person are gunners. Let's take a look at who has really crappy trades. Discreet and driven. They're good. Charmer intense. Okay, they're good. Charmer discreet. Proud and a highbrow. Oh, let's get rid of them. So we will dismiss them. Yep. Okay. And the reason I'm doing this is I already know that the prince is going to ask him to take him on board. And we need to have room on the ship for them. Okay, so many welcomes. We'll zip through this. And what can we do to honor the Arbiter's promise? Let's get down to business then. And he's going to tell me about his son. Now, in many of these dialogues, the choices you make will skew whether you succeed or fail. So read through them and decide how you want to play. In this case, we have a choice of saying we accept. There's a bed waiting for Cobra now. Excellent. We will do what we can to bring him back safely. Let me say I know the risk he is taking. If something does happen, I will not hold it against you or Arbiter Brockstrom. Don't know if I would believe that or not. If his stepson, his heir to the Star Traders universe, dies under my watch, I don't know. He might be a little upset with that. So we're going to do everything we can to keep him alive. Okay, so we did get that mission. He is on board, I believe. And here is this open mission. 2 years a spacer. So Cobra Volpain has joined our crew. And he's going to talk to us over the time, which is really great. He's going to let us know that he's been with us for X amount of time and how much time is left. so it gives you a little reminder as you go on, but essentially we can take care of additional missions, even for this prince if we wanted to, or go about our business. And right now our business is trying to raise money and upgrade the ship and get better weapons, better armor. So we're fueled up. Everyone is healthy. Everyone is happy, and the ship doesn't need any repairs. So let's get to it. He may have an upgrade. Yep, there he is. So Colbert is a commander. We could promote him to an officer if we wanted. He's leaving in 2 years, so I don't want to get rid of one of my existing officers. You can take a look at his traits and so on and so forth, and the skills that he has. So he can handle himself. We are going to trade in his talent, so failed command test. Someone else has a command test save, but it doesn't hurt to have that. Steady hands, I believe we have, yep. If we recruit anyone, they'll have better attributes because this guy is good at screening them. Let's just go ahead and get a second steady hands. A couple other people to upgrade real quick. Bombardment, we have 2. Boarding assault, we have 2. When patrolling, remove a risk card. Good. Let's get another one of them. Talk of Far Worlds. When spicing, a chance for an introduction to a new contact. Yeah. This is a job one. Okay, military officer level 5. Cool. That should be it. Yep, we're all done. Okay, and when we're done completing this, we will be friends. Oh, here's spacer. So we just do whatever we would like to do. I want to do some trading and upgrade the ship. Down here there is a sector that has a ton of Thaloon landing zones, and we can trade a ton between them as long as nothing is going on in the sector. So let me set a waypoint here. So we're going to come down from the corner and shoot across to the other side of the galaxy. So we have to be aware of fuel. Ship encounters, get away from them as much as possible without hurting our rep. It doesn't hurt to check our standing with all of these people. So Clan Javat is the worst with -18, Steel Song -10, Richard -7, so on and so forth. So it wouldn't hurt to do some patrolling as we go along and try to repair some of that rep. Okay, I am looking at the fuel range and the waypoint. We have enough to get through here, but we're in semi-friendly territory with Steel Song. I'm going to get fuel and then I'm going to patrol for a little bit and try and get that up. Let's go to orbit and patrol. awesome. They have a conflict going on with Cadar. Probably don't want to hit that card, but it won't be bad. I'm sure we can repair any minus rep with Cadar as we go along as well. Alright, 6 rep with Stillsong, -4 with Cadar. Ooh. Let's get rid of one of these cards. No, I actually don't care about any of the negative ones. See, even though the risk was -4, we passed it with a dice roll. Oh, and one of our skills saved the test, the expert maneuver talent. Here's a straight out bonus, great. Let's just get rid of one of the negatives. And we have a 50-50 shot at hitting it, and of course we missed. Alright. Nothing big, we'll just roll it. Gonna bribe them. There we go. We're patrolling your planet, dude. Chill out. Great. Okay, so we have this Alta Mesa smuggler. We could fight him. We could bribe him. I'm gonna bribe him. 2 reputation bonus cards. Wow. I'm just getting rid of one of these cards to improve the odds of hitting it. No, hit the ship danger. The rewards aren't that great, so I'm just rolling these. We rescued a ship. Got some credits. Got some experience. Reputation bonus, great. We got the reputation bonus. We got 7 rep with Stillsong. Alright, it's enough nonsense. Let's land one more time and get fuel. Pay some wages, and we will continue. So we got that fixed. We're in Stillsong space. We have a Cadar bounty hunter, and they are in a spy war. Just bribe him, and off we go. Javad's not happy with this. Let's try. While we can get fuel, we couldn't get a doctor or get entry into the spice hall. So we'll get fuel, come back up to orbit, and try to repair some of the reputation by doing patrolling. There's a rumor going on, starport boosted. Wow. Starport boosted is cheap upgrades. Water fuel is cheaper. And contacts can gain influence in this landing zone. So boosted is like a bonus or a buff. I was kind of thinking that there was a heist going on or something, but it's a good thing. Alright. Let's go back up to orbit and patrol. Good, good. conflict. Who are they conflicted? Oh, against the loon. I really don't want to interfere with that, because if I get too much negative rep from the loon, I will lose my level 4 trade permit. I don't want that, so bad idea. Let's move on. No problem, we'll be able to make this jump without refueling. But we could stop at the planet that's nearby the hyperwarp gates here. So we'll just pop in and refuel, top it off. Okay, this is the Cadar contact's stepson that joined our crew. So he's just thanking us. It's been 15 weeks. See? He's telling me how long he's been here. Didn't know what I was getting myself into. Alright. We got some experience. And we got quite a few upgrades to do, so we'll do that at some point. Dark Maelstrom, let's see where we are. Okay, we're currently here. And we have 2 more jumps to do. Merchant Fleet Rumor. Xenofleet Rumor, let's get the heck out of here. We are not prepared to deal with Xeno, so no stops. Thank goodness we don't need to refuel. And let's get out of here. Excellent. Don't know if we can make the next one. Let's stop here and refuel. Did you hear that noise? The kind of... When that happens, someone either gained a new trait or a trait mutated. So if you look down here in our scrolling log, one of our crew gained a +1 stealth skill bonus. Cool. Grayson Felink. So it says time aboard the ship has changed. Grayson Felink, and he has an unknown new trait, I guess. Oh, and one of his other traits, which is discreet, he got stealth skill bonus, and then also Colbert Volpine, which is the Cadar's stepson's, or Cadar Prince's stepson. He gained trait he gained 1 command skill from his trait of inspiring. Okay. And there is a way to play the trait game. The trait game is, depending on how you captain your crew will start getting trait mutations or trait additions based off the decisions you make. I think we talked about this an episode or 2 ago. So if you're constantly fighting, they'll maybe get, you know, some of the aggressive traits. Or if you're always retreating and you know, letting people board you and search you and surrendering, then they may get traits that reflect that. Alright, here's where we want to be. We have a lot of Thaloon landing zones. And so we have 70 cargo space. Go away, pirate. we're going to fill up the cargo with the most expensive stuff we can get. We do have level 4 trade permits, so we're going to be able to get some pretty expensive stuff. Make quite a profit off of it. Okay, let's see what we can get. Capital ship weapon components, yes. We're going to go round robin for a little bit here. We have 2 years to kill. So rather than getting all of the different types of expensive stuff, we're going to pick up one of each kind and sell them all at once. We want to get away from these guys. Archer defense. They're a small ship, so I don't think we need to add an escape bonus. But defensive bonus doesn't hurt. Let's go ahead and use this our vigilant skin. Cool. Alright, you can check the combat log. See what kind of damage we took. Ship report. No crew injuries, excellent. So we'll just leave. And we can repair the ship here. Let's see what they have to buy. They do not have capital ship weapon components. So we're going to skip them. High-tech industrial should have some. Go away. It's a pirate from our own faction, so no biggie. And we do have a rumor of a pirate fleet here, so we should expect most of the ship encounters to be pyro ones. Judgment has been given in the Valencia Fane case. So this is a good thing to point out. Whether or not you get involved with a particular story arc, the story arc is still going to execute. So with the Fane family, you know, his daughter was accused of bombing, and here you're finding out that the judge has ruled against her and saying yes, she did it. It's going to lead to a duel of assassins. Now you could have gotten involved with the story and possibly averted it, or possibly impacted you know, outcomes of it, or get involved with the duel of assassins. But even if you don't, the storyline's going to go on without you. The best way to think about this game is that it is a simulation. Some of it procedurally generated, some of it handcrafted, but the main storylines are going to continue whether you get involved with them or not. And depending on the job that your captain has, you may want to not get involved with some of them because you're not prepared to deal with them. But certainly don't feel bad that you can't do everything through one run. You know, pick your poison, pick the way you want to attack the game, and throw yourself in the simulation. And in this case, you know, I chose not to get involved with the Fane family once I got the interest of the Arbiter, and once I got a level 4 trade permit from Callaghan Fane. I just left that thing roll. Okay, so we got some more capital ship weapon components. Let's upgrade these quickly. So Explorer Merchant, I'm going to push Merchant up to get to 8, and then we'll get the Explorer up to 8. Doctor's at 8, I'm going to go ahead and get Commander to 5 for sure. Failed command test. Alright, we got that now. Storm Hunter. Now we don't have the Storm Hunter, but there's a couple of different jobs that will allow you to have a save for radiation storms and ion storms. And we have 4 of those, so that's enough. Let's see what else we have. Whenever we board and defeat them in a crew combat, we can then basically sabotage the ship, do some damage. Failed repair test. Let's get a second one of those. Oh, looks like they had a job available as well. Let's push engineer up to level 11. Let's get pirate up. Failed intimidate test. We have 1 of this type. We're going to get a second. Failed intimidate. We're cool. Discounted edicts. Alright. Well, mutiny. Good one to grab. And what I do with these talents is, you know, I sort of know where our crew is with that and kind of know the path we're on. So a lot of this is by feel. It's, you know, you're building a team. So grab what you think's good, and as you upgrade, you're able to clearly see how many of those talents you already have or similar talents that you have. And just, you know, build up the library however you want. Let's do another listening post. Okay, we have a pair of devastating shots. Okay. Let's keep going round robin here. Now there are a lot of orbitals, and we need to fight these guys off. Care of everyone that we can. Capital ship weapon components, let's get those. They didn't have very many and not at a very good price either. But there are a lot of orbitals, so we're going to go through all of them and get as many capital ship weapon components as we can. and then sell them all at once. And then we're going to round robin one more time and get all those power generators. Okay, I am going to cut across here and check that. Orbital. Independent spice, we didn't need to do anything. Oh, they do. Excellent. So we're up to 49. Failing some doctor tests here. We need to increase our doctor skill on the ship. So hope we have an upgrade coming soon. Level up. Heck no, we are not going to let them board us. Once we start upgrading our ship, we're going to get some pilot and navigator modules put on. It's going to make us harder to hit, and we will have less fear going into battle, particularly if all we want to do is escape, because we're going to be able to maneuver the heck out of them and avoid getting hit for the most part. Okay, buying cargo. There we go. And this is our last stop here. There is an orbital and an industrial. So you can see that I had 2 of these talents, and now I only have 1 left. And that's where you start doubling up or tripling up of the popular talents you want for either crew combat, ship combat, exploring, spying, or whatever, because they go on cooldown for a period of time. Okay. So here's our industrial. Let's go to the orbital first. They have capital ship weapon components, which we can sell at industrial or tradeway. In this sector, we definitely want to do industrial. We're going to go to orbit, and we're going to land at the industrial now. And we're going to sell the cargo. If we make this trade, we will lose rep with Cadar. Huh. Well, we are doing that mission for Cadar, so it's something to think about. But we're going to sell them anyway. Let's just put some effort into recovering our rep with Cadar. So we lost 10 rep with them. Now we're going to fix that on our way back. Okay? Let's see what they have in the industrial here to sell. Fighter weapon components, 15 units. Yeah, we could. Power generators, that's going to be our big sell. And we do have an ND a refinery here, so that's where we're going to sell them, and that's not going to impact our reputation, so let's go ahead and get that. And this orbital, I believe, will have them as well. Yep. going to try and get a belly full of these power generators and then sell them at this independent refinery. So we're going to round robin around this sector. And then come back to the Indy refinery and sell them off. And then we should have a pretty penny to be able to upgrade the ship. Should expect some pirate encounters, of course. We had an opportunity to bribe them, so we took advantage of that. Ooh. We're taking some hits. You can see the morale problems we're having. We have to fix that. I checked our little log here, so no one left us, which is good. Paying wages should help. Yeah, it went from 9 to 5 on low morale. Let's just get what we need to get and move on. No spice haul there either. Hopefully we can go to our next stop and get everyone in the spice hall. Might even meet a new contact out of that with the new talents we got. It's been enough time, so we got all of our vigilant scanner talents back. Okay, we're good. Lost some reputation with Javat, but it was mitigated by our signature jammer talent. Culber Volpane, which is the Cadar Prince's stepson. Step forward. These guys want them. So we are in a crew battle. We're going to take our fighters. So we have Megan, and if we want to see what talents Megan has, we can open this up. So she's got machine gun, submachine gun, standard rifle. She's wearing this armor. Here are her attributes, skill, and talents that she has. Pretty slick, huh? And her traits. So does Megan have the backline leader? Yeah, because the backline leader, you have to be in the back position to be able to use that talent. So perfect, she's there. He prefers slot 2. The system will make a determination based off the talents and the attributes and the skills, what position they would prefer, but you can move them around as you want. And you can see this guy prefers slot 4 as well, but he's in 3. We have Megan back in slot 4 because she has the team buff talent, but you can only use it from position 4. So what's happening is the initiative determines the order, and then the weapons you fire subtracts from the initiative. So there was a talent based off of the weapon that the soldier was carrying that was going to use 22 initiative off of a starting of 12 initiative, and so that would put me really in the negative, and that would hurt me next round. So that's the basics. We're not going to get too deep in that, but right now you can see this guy is bracketed, so he's ready to go. He has 19 initiative, and here you can see what his morale and so on and so forth are. Armor deflection of 44, weapon piercing of 18, and initiative. So you get a lot of information here. And we can do a devastating charge. It's going to stun somebody, take away some of their initiative, and advance a slot. Why not? Let's try it. Nice. Pinning shot. Let's leave him there. Pin him to that location. I'm going to buff the entire team. Ooh, they threw my Pistolier in the back. Interesting. Now I'm in position 2. I only have 2 choices. I can do Roaring Barrels or Burst Fire, or heal myself or move. Let's do Roaring Barrels. This is going to cost 11 initiative. I have 12. So we're good. That should get rid of him. We really need to get this Pistolier moving forward and attacking buff, but also pretty hurt, so let's go ahead and restore some health. Let's get a buff. These guys down. Oh boy, so we lost our Pistolier. Roaring Barrels. That guy and 2 more to go. we go. That was no accidental attack. Now, I knew this was coming, so I upgraded our weapons locker. Sneaky, sneaky. Here's a complete combat log. Or I should say, that's why I upgrade the weapons locker, because I knew this was coming. Okay, our Pistolier was defeated but survived. Awesome. Let's get out of here. We did lose a Navigator. Someone left. Okay, let's look at our cargo here. Power generators, that's what we came for. So we have 55 of them now. I think we need to go back to this one because they will have some. So many pirates. So we get away from them in one turn. Nope, we purchased from these guys already. Let's head back up. And then go to the refinery and sell these power generators. Got 500k now. Excellent. Yep. Can upgrade the ship here. Can down here. So let's look at our ship specs right now. We have armor of 7 and shield of 13, so we're blocking 29 and 28% of shots coming in. We need to up the ship's pilot and navigation so that we can evade shots, escape more quickly, so on and so forth. We might want to upgrade this last cargo hold from 1 to a 4. That's going to give us more fuel capacity in addition to the ability to hold more cargo. Let's go ahead and get that. Alright. I'm going to start upgrading the torpedoes here. So instead of a Hellfire, dual laced array. Nasty. Get one of those. Replace this Hellfire. Select weapons. And dual laced array. These only take 2 RPs to fire, just like the old weapon, but does a lot more damage. And a lot more void damage. So if we choose to, we can just sit back and torpedo away. Let's get a third one. Replace this railgun with dual laced array as well. There you go. Alright. We have a little over 200k. More than a year has passed. So after another year, we're going to take him back home, and we'll have completed the mission. Let's get the upgrades done. Getting the engineer up to level 11, we're 1 away from that. Level the pirate up. Okay, with our pistolier, let's get an advance on here, so that's what we were missing. Discounted ship. Oh, we are all upgraded. We'll get that next time. Okay, we have better weapons now. And a bigger cargo bay. And subsequently larger fuel range because the cargo bay holds fuel as well. Let's see where we want to go. Now we could look for certain contacts up here. Our Zenrin contact. We could do a mission for him. It's actually not a bad idea. Let's do that. Build up some rep with him. And we could get, you know, an edict, or a higher military rank, or a higher trade permit, if we can get the rep up with him. But at least get out of the sector so we're not being bombarded with pirates left and right. Stop at this steel song just to fuel up. He's way up here. No reason to get hostile. We have good rep with the Zenrin. Plus 24. Because of that new cargo bay, we have plenty of fuel to get there. It's kind of nice, isn't it? Ooh, there's a rumor, civil unrest, so we may not be able to see the contact. Yep. All contacts are in hiding. Well, that's a monkey in your wrench, isn't it? Alright, we're not going to do that. We can do some trading here and upgrading if need be. But eventually, after a year, we have to go back up into the corner. So let's go ahead and navigate to here. But that one sector in this default map with all the Thaloon orbitals really gives you a great, trading opportunity. So put that on your noggin list, as you can make a lot of money going in that sector. And we could have made another pass with, some other high value cargo as well, but the ones that we traded, the weapon components and the power generators, those were the most profitable. Okay, so we came across a Xeno here, and we have to fight them. We want to escape them. I don't think we're ready to take on the Xeno. Can't fire a third weapon because we're trying to escape. And I'm going to put everything into bolt, plus 30 escape. Wow, we're getting walloped. But we got out of there. Good. A couple of people are wounded. They are nasty. Alright, let's clear out of there and I want to go to this Zenrin landing zone, get healed up. You can see up here how damaged we are. The ship's pretty damaged. Someone has a business offer. This is a mid-range story arc that will randomly pop up in your game. And for $8,000, he will sell us a survey record, and then we have to go explore that area, and we'll get Cambrianite as a payoff. But we're just going to move on. No, and we didn't lose anyone else. Excellent. Okay, with the Zenrin, we have a full trader, which is a level 3 permit. We don't have that level 4. I could not get in to see that contact because of the civil unrest rumor going on. Alright, we're just going to move along. We got healed up after that Xeno encounter. Now, if we would have fought the Xeno and won, that would have boosted our rep with Zenrin even further. Okay, and I'm going to stop here to refuel. to pass through here. Javat is not our biggest friend. But we still could get fuel if we needed to. We're going to fuel right down here though. This is interesting. We had an encounter with a Zenrin spy. So it increased our rep with Zenrin, but because they are in a duel of assassins with Clan Alta Mesa, we've lost 1 reputation with them. So, because we were nice to Clan Zenrin, a Clan Zenrin spy, and they're having a duel of assassins, they pinged us on a reputation. Okay. It happens. Alright, let's just get fuel and get out of here. Oh, it's been 2 years. So he's done. We just have to get him back home safely. We are healed up. Let's get everyone leveled up that needs leveled up. Remove a risk card when exploring. Absolutely. Let's get our doctor up. We've been getting killed on the doctor tests. When spying, replace a risk card with an intel rewards card. Heck yeah. Alright, it's everybody. So, instead of going here and doing some trading, we need to go here and return him home. So it's a different path. Instead of going through this hyperwork gate, we're going to go through another one over here. For those of you wondering what it's like in Boise, Idaho right now, it's 103 degrees outside. Hotter than heck. And before I started recording this, I was outside for a couple of hours. I am just pounding water like nobody's business. Sorry if you hear me opening a water bottle or taking swigs. Not really sorry, but okay, we don't have any cargo, so maybe we can just let him loot us. But we need fuel. Bad captain. Ooh, this has a rumor going on. What is it? Mercenaries. So if we needed fighters, we could get really good fighters there. It's actually not a bad idea. Let me land here and recruit. Let's get a soldier. Excellent. And let's see what kind of soldier we got. Mercenaries is supposed to be better than not. He must have really good traits because his attributes aren't that great. And we have a spare soldier. We'll start with burst fire. Okay. Let's keep going on and let's get the kid back home. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a pardon here, get us back to 0 influence, and let's finish this mission. So we have some rep with Cadar, some rep with the Prince, and he's gained influence. What is next for your stepson? Officer position in the Navy, yada yada, thank you, thank you. Can the Arbiter rely on your support? Yes, tower she can. It will need Cadar's strength. So let's go ahead and get as high a trade permit as we can. Level 3. And then if we do a mission for him and get our effective rep up, we can get the final one. Let's pick up an edict and promote ourselves. Perfect. Okay. So we must go back and tell the Arbiter the good news. And of course, by getting the military rank, getting an edict, getting trade permits, the Cadar faction is going to be treating us different when we have ship encounters with them. Because they're going to say, oh, it's okay for you to be carrying cargo through our space because you have a trade permit. Or, you have a military rank. I salute you. So by getting ranks, edicts, and trade permits with different factions, it makes the traveling through space a little bit easier. Just shuffling back to the Arbiter now. We're doing 3 jumps here. I'm gonna stop here and get some fuel. I don't want to get to the next sector and be having a problem. Oh, there's a radiation storm going in this quadrant, so we're using all those saved talents for sure. Look at that, 3 in a row. And the minute they let up, your crew is going to be suffering. So, okay, we're out of that. Okay, and enjoy the story at your own pace as you go through it. And I think there's a mini bug here. The trigger is saying that the coalition, United Coalition, is going to a vote. Superseded our news of coming back, so it's flip-flopped. No big deal. But we want to give her the news. So, okay, heard from the prince. And we get a bonus payment, get experience, and get rep with our contact, her. So we have 58 effective rep with her now. And we can move on. And do something else, but oh. For the time being, although we know this contact, there's no missions to get from her. But there will be, in the future, there will be an opportunity to get more from her. So we're going to end here. And when we pick back up, we're going to specialize a little bit. So I'm just going to play the game on my own. And as we come across new and interesting things, I'm going to take snippets of that and create an episode of crew combat, or as we talked about in this one, you know, maybe certain story missions. You know, I'll put all the disclosures and let you know that you know, it's a spoiler edition of an episode, and we'll run down those paths just to show you different parts of the game. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and thanks for following or subscribing. We will see you next time.